Hey everybody, welcome back to another day in Proverbs. I've driven into town and we are going to read while we are sitting here watching the elk as they graze and kind of hang out. It's a really beautiful place here in my hometown in Gaylord, Michigan, so I just thought we would read Proverbs 11 today. Let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to flip the camera and set this up and you can watch them while we read. Okay, hold on. Okay, we've got everything set. Let's go ahead and read Proverbs 11. Dishonest scales are an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. I'm actually reading from the New King James Version this time, and you will notice in this chapter that the word righteousness or righteous is, I think it appears like 13 times. If you want to circle each time you see it, it would definitely help out. It's just another way to get more involved. Okay, verse 2. When pride comes, then comes shame, but with the humble is wisdom. The integrity of the upright will guide them, but the perversity of the unfaithful will destroy them. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. The righteousness of the blameless will direct his way aright, but the wicked will fall by his own wickedness. Verse 6, the righteousness of the upright will deliver them, but the unfaithful will be caught by their lust. When a wicked man dies, his expectation will perish, and the hope of the unjust perishes. The righteous is delivered from trouble, and it comes to the wicked instead. The hypocrite with his mouth destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge the righteous will be delivered. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices, and when the wicked perish, there is jubilation. Verse 11, by the blessing of the upright the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. He who is devoid of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holds his peace. A talebearer reveals secrets, but he who is of a faithful spirit conceals a matter, which means don't gossip. Where there is no counsel, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. He who is surety for a stranger will suffer, but he who hates being surety is secure. A gracious woman retains, verse 16, a gracious woman retains honor, but ruthless men retain riches. A merciful man does good for his own soul, but he who is cruel troubles his own flesh. The wicked man does deceptive work, but he who sows righteousness will have a sure reward. In other words, you could make a note that says, do good works, that we need to partner with wisdom. As righteousness leads to life, so he who pursues evil pursues his own death. Those who are a perverse heart are an abomination to the Lord, but the blameless in their ways are his delight. Verse 21. Though they join forces, the wicked will not go unpunished, but the posterity of the righteous will be delivered. In other words, you could make a note for verse 21 that says, God judges the wicked, not us. As a ring of gold in a swine's snout, so is a lovely woman who lacks discretion. Yuck. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. Verse 24, there is one who scatters yet increases more, and there is one who withholds more than is right, but it leads to poverty. In other words, verse 24 says giving is godly. Verse 25, the generous soul will be made rich, and he who waters will also be watered himself. The people will curse him who withholds grain, but blessing will be on the head of him who sells it. He who earnestly seeks good finds favor, but trouble will come to him who seeks evil. Verse 28, he who trusts in the riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like foliage. Verse 29, he who troubles his own house will inherit the wind, and the fool will be servant to the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he who wins souls is wise. Verse 31, if the righteous will be recompensed on the earth, how much more the ungodly and the sinner? So I have a note here that might be good for everybody here. It says the first half is what is righteous and what it's going to get you out of. Okay? The second half that is righteous here in Proverbs 11 is what righteousness will get you into. So the entire book of Proverbs, you can see that righteousness will get you out of things, and righteousness will get you into blessings. And I believe if you circled, righteousness is mentioned 13 times in these 31 verses. That's a lot. That is a lot. I do have a couple notes here. When I was working on this chapter, I was really liking the looks of chapters 10 and 11, and if you kind of put them side to side, I felt like the rest of this Proverbs here, the parallel, I think, is like a pro and con list. It's like, I could do this, but then this would happen, and I could do that, but then this would happen. So it's kind of like a pro and con list of what I could do, these are the benefits, and what I could do, and this might be the cons, the things that may not work out the best. That was about it. I just wanted to come today, sitting here with the elk. They're absolutely gorgeous. This is one of the favorite things that I get to do in my town, and I'm gonna actually pick this up. You can see there's even more down there. See if I can't zoom in a little bit. Aren't they beautiful? We literally stand right up at the gate. They'll come right up to you. Of course, they definitely want to eat what you have, which is forbidden here, and I totally get that, so nobody feeds them. But they do get fed, and they're right here in town. Just a beautiful part of our area. Okay, many blessings to everybody. Thank you for joining. See you next time.